today. I almost didn't do this recap, but the fight was so crazy. Like, there's absolutely no way I'm not gonna do this. I actually underestimated the card. I was actually complaining when I was breaking down the fight card yesterday, and I was like, we're going to suffer for UFC 299 and 300 because they gave us all the main events on two cards, right? So I was telling myself, I was saying, I think if you were watching yesterday, I said something like, we're going to suffer for those two cards, But this card was insane, dog. The fights, even the women's fights, were decent. I would have expected them to be the worst part of those particular fights, but even they delivered to some extent. I can't recall seeing an overly boring fight on that particular card. I enjoyed it very, very much. And another thing is, it's nice when my analysis seemingly works. It hurts me when I get more than three wrong, but at least five is not bad. Seven, my subscribers I think got 8 out of 12, and I got 7 out of 12, which is not ideal, but it's not necessarily as bad as it was last week. So um, I've improved my prediction analysis, accuracy, and all those type of things, and I am confident even on the upcoming UFC 300 card. I'm from South Africa, man. Winter is coming in, so if I'm speaking with my nose, just know that I'm outside and it's a little bit cold, and I didn't wear anything warm. But let me not bore you guys with with my weather issues. Um, Let me go through the entire card. The first one was Nora Connolly versus Melissa Mullins. I think Melissa looked incredible. She looked really, really good, as I expected. That's who I actually picked to win this particular fight. I love how I broke down the fights because a lot of them happened the way I broke them down. I spoke about the volume, I spoke about defense, I spoke about a variety of things, and predominantly a lot of what I was speaking about in my breakdowns actually came to fruition. So yeah, Laura Connolly looked good. I think she has somewhat of a positive future in the which division? Bantamweight division. Yeah, I think she has a really dope future. On to the next one. Dylan Budka versus Cesar Almeida. This one surprised me because I thought Dylan Budka would actually run through Cesar Almeida, largely because he's a kickboxer. I was expecting um, Budka to actually dominate this fight, but Cesar showed that he is actually working hard to be a mixed martial artist and not just come into the UFC and try to be a kickboxer. He looked insanely good, better than even I expected. Congrats to him. My subscribers actually picked uh, Almeida. I picked Budka. On to the next one. Dan Aguilera versus Jin Silva. Jin Matsumoto, I mean. Um, Jin went through a lot of adversity in that fight, and he came back and actually was able to Pereira or Hill. No, I picked Hill, man. Go to the shorts section. All my predictions for the entire card are already out, and I'm going to do a live on Friday. Yeah, but all my predictions are out. I never been, yeah, but I never been, but I hear great things. Thank you, man. South Africa, cool. I have plenty of Jewish relatives. Okay, I'll answer your questions once I'm done recapping the whole entire fight card. I think Jin Silva looked incredibly good. I actually thought Aguilera would have a shot, and he was doing exceptionally well. I think he started to fade. I think the problem is he didn't fight smart. But I think if he fought smart, he would have been beaten. So I think probably that's why he was trying to empty his gas tank in the beginning or rather in the beginning rounds, because he knew that if he had managed his tank, he probably would have been knocked out. Probably he shouldn't be in the UFC because like it was no contest and then no contest and then now a loss. I mean, what's that? But anyway, on to the next one. Pedro Falcao versus Victor Hugo. I'm not sure if it's actually Victor Hugo who commented on one of my videos, one of my short videos. If it's you, Victor, but send me an email and maybe we can organize an interview for the channel. Um, I'm a huge fan of Victor Hugo, and I've said it before, but I felt like, and I still think that if Pedro had a full camp, he would have won that fight because he came in on short notice and actually gave Victor a run for his money. I'll answer your questions when I'm done here. Victor looked insanely good, better than even I expected. I thought Pedro would actually have the ability to win that fight, even on short notice. I guess I was wrong, but you know what? He performed really well, so I don't feel that bad about my pick because of his performance. Congrats to Victor. My subscribers actually got this one right. They actually picked Victor Hugo. Even on the previous one, they picked Jean Silva. On to the next one. Let's go. Norma Dumont versus Jermaine Durandamine. A lot of people were telling me I'm crazy for going with Norma Dumont. Jermaine is a former champion. She only lost to Amanda Nunes. She looked incredible, and I told them I was like, dude, you can't say Anderson Silva was once pound for pound at some point. Like everyone has their time whereby they are no longer as good as they used to be. On the feet, I think Jermaine looked really good. I can't take that away from her. If Norma Dumont didn't wrestle, she probably would have been knocked down. I could see that she still looks good on the feet. I could see that, but it's MMA. It's not kickboxing. So Norma did what she needed to do to actually win, but I don't know how far she can get with if she struggled like that. In order to be a champion, you have to be well-rounded or be insanely good at one skill. So you are either going to be Habib or you're going to be Hamza or I mean Dricus Duplessis or Leon Edwards. Like you have to be complete or insanely good at one particular skill. So I don't know how far she can go, but she still has time to improve. So maybe she can surprise all of us because at this point I'm curious and I'm questioning how far she can go in the UFC, especially after that kind of performance. Um, on to the next one, on to the next fight. Sorry, it actually changed. Let me see. Yo, Walker, guys. Yo. Walker disappointed me. I expected him to perform significantly better than he did, but I mean, it was wrong of me to actually expect more from Johnny Walker's brother. Looking at how Johnny Walker performs, I don't know why I expected him to be, or maybe it's because he was ranked pretty high in Russia, um, and I like the videos that I watched. He looked good, um, but nonetheless, he sucks, man. I don't know how far he can get in the UFC. Um, there's so much. He's not even good on the ground, which is something that he's supposed to be dominant in. Um, but congrats to Lucas. He did significantly well. On to the next one, Cord McGee versus Alex Morono. I think Alex Morono, despite the fact that I picked him and he actually won, I think he made a lot of dumb mistakes. Um, but yeah, nonetheless, I don't know. I think he needs to improve. He went from looking good against Butley to actually making dumb decisions in this particular fight. But I'm not in the octagon, so what do I know? Um, Trevor Peak versus Charlie Campbell. This was incredible. This was one of those incredible fights. I was on the edge of my seat every single time I was watching that fight. Um, this fight, the exchanges, like, it made me speechless. Like, it was incredible. The fight was incredible. Both of them are incredible and exciting fighters, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing them perform in the UFC because they looked insanely good. I enjoyed this fight a lot. Ignacio Bahamondes versus Christos Giagos. If you were looking at my predictions with me live, if you were with me live yesterday, you probably saw how confident I was when I got to when I was breaking down this particular fight. I I could see that Ignacio was going to actually finish him, and he actually did. I don't know why people actually even picked the Giagos, but hey, that's it is what it is. It is what it is. On to the next one. Morgan versus Chepe Mariscal. Yo, guys, this card has had insane fights. Like, it had insane fights. I can't like, even though they were not like big names, the fights were incredible. They were amazing to watch. This is one of them. I hope they got a performance bonus. Morgan has a bright future in that particular division. Chepe Mariscal, I mean, I'm even speechless, man. The fight was incredible. Like, the fight was incredible. On the feed, the exchanges on the ground, like, everything about this fight, the pace. Usually some fights, they are exciting in the beginning, in the first two rounds, and then they slow down going forward. This one was insane until it ended, and I hope they get a performance bonus, man. Alexander Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. I picked Damon Jackson on this one. My subscribers went with Hernandez. This is another fight where I'm confident now about my prediction analysis because I actually predict exactly how the fight went. I actually highlighted the fact that on the feet, I feel like they would be almost evenly matched, but the power would be on the side of Hernandez. But on the ground, like, everything that how it happened, even the main event, and this is after this is after this is after I made adjustments to my prediction analysis. I called almost every single fight perfectly, even the ones that I actually didn't get correctly. The fight was more or less in the same particular way, but maybe a variety of other factors influenced the decision. But yeah, this fight, I knew that both of them had horrible takedown defense. But if it had to go to the ground, I knew that Damon Jackson would have the advantage. But nonetheless, this was also like a decent fight. It was an enjoyable fight. So there's nothing much to complain about that. On to the main event. Damn, good deal, good predictions, my brother. His MMA fighter, he is in semi-pro stage at the moment. He's going to be in the UFC hopefully soon. Yeah, yeah, man. Tell him to send me an email. I do interviews. I like to speak to upcoming fighters. So yeah, my email is in the about section. Let me get to the main event. The main event was insanely good. I underestimated Chris Curtis, even though in my prediction I actually did say that on the feed I felt like Chris Curtis would have an advantage, but it would be more or less evenly matched. What would win Brandon L in the fight would be takedowns and all those type of things. Even though it might seem like um, common knowledge, But if you listen to how I said it and how I explained it, even prior to the fight happening, you would think I watched the fight before it actually happened. I honestly thought Chris Curtis was washed up. I don't want to lie. That's how I felt about him. But he looked good. He looked good. I don't know what that says about Allen. Does it say Chris Curtis is still good, or does it say Brandon Allen is not as good? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see when he fights someone in the top five. Um, yeah, if you don't already know, I'm going to be breaking down every single fight on UFC 300 individually, and then I'm going to do like a final prediction. My predictions are already out on the short section. If you're not already a subscriber, I have so many things planned for you. But for now, yeah, let me try to respond to some of your comments. Where are you from? Okay, I think I answered that. South Africa is cool. I have plenty of Jewish relatives living there right now. They work as farm owners. Love Google. Yeah, yeah. South Africa is awesome, man. I think it gets a bad rap for whatever reason. I never been, but I hear great things. Yeah, it's incredible. It has its flaws like every other country, but it's incredible. Pereira or Hill, go to the short section on my channel. You'll find all my predictions. You have good weather. No, it's not that. Is weed legal in your country? I think so. I'm not sure. Oliveira will defeat Sarukian. Yes, that's my pick actually. Trump 2024. I didn't see it sadly. Yes, he's from Spokane Valley, and his trainer is Pablo. Yeah, tell him to send me an email. My email is available on my channel somewhere. Just tell him to send me an email, and I'll get back to him. Spokane Valley, Washington is where he's from. That's where he fights at. Yeah, even if he's from there, we can always do it. Like if you look at my interviews, we can always do it over online, live. That's how I prefer to do my interviews. He should just inbox or rather send me an email, and we'll take it from there. I'm from Cool Alden, but my brother lives in Spokane Valley in Washington. Okay, I'm from South Africa, and I'm working with a local promotion called EFC, EFC Worldwide. I'm going to be interviewing all of their champions, and basically for their upcoming fights, like their main events and co-main events. So some of the interviews are already on the live section of my channel. So I want to actually form relationships with upcoming fighters. I don't I want to bring something new, and I feel like I can actually make that popular as opposed to just going after popular fighters only. I would like to actually have conversations with people who are on the come up. So let me know. You got it, brother. I just subscribed to your channel. I will notify my brother tomorrow. Yeah, I appreciate you. I reply to every single comment. So if ever you want to speak to me, but like the most active part of my channel is the shorts section of the channel. Obviously, even this one, like live section, actually every single part of my channel, from community to standard videos and shorts, but the most popular is shorts, because that's where I post my predictions and statistics for every single individual fight. So wherever you comment on the channel, I'll respond definitely. But my email again is available on the channel. Send me an email, and then we can arrange that. Let me not make this stream too long for those who are going to watch it afterwards. I appreciate all of you. I love you guys. See you next time. Deuces.